Yeah, look, it's already been 5 days since he's been released, and he hasn't signed with another team. And I think it's a very unique situation because you'd say, okay, go to a Super Bowl contender. The Super Bowl contenders don't have any money. So you're looking at a lot of these teams. The Bengals are cash-strapped right now. The Bills are cash-strapped right now. The Chiefs are cash-strapped right now. So, okay, fine. Shouldn't he want to go get a ring? I can't speak on behalf of DeAndre Hopkins. Why should he take less than what Odell Beckham took? Why should he take less than what other veterans take? DeAndre Hopkins, as we saw from the stats, is one of the greatest wide receivers sports seen in the last 10 years, and he certainly can still play. But when the weeks get later and later and teams have their rosters, you might have to make a concession. So if you're telling me what team I think makes the most sense, I still look at a team, everyone's like, oh, no, they're out. Just be careful. The Buffalo Bills, to me, still makes a lot of sense.
The Bills are out.
But the Bills were out. I heard it on a PFF tweet or someone wrote about it, that they're out. Slow down. They might be out at the $27 million number, but as these days go by, I still look back at the I Am Athlete podcast where he starts talking about quarterbacks and starts listing Josh Allen as a guy he wants to play with.
Okay.
And I actually think he fits what Buffalo's doing. Dalton Kincaid comes in, and that's an incredible addition to the offense. But if you're the Bills, and you've been knocking on that door year after year after year, and last year you added Von Miller, you're like, all right, that's going to get us over the top. You can't just say, all right, we're good, let's go. You have to consider every option. And if Stephon Diggs is the long-term answer or not, I don't know. But for this season, I'd say having DeAndre Hopkins, Dalton Kincaid as new additions to go with the Gabriel Davis and go with the Stephon Diggs and go with Josh Allen, I think that puts you in the conversation. It puts you in the conversation with Cincinnati, and it certainly puts you in the conversation with Kansas City. If you're the Bills, I think we've all had friends who have dated significant others and have dated, and it's like, is this the year that they're going to get engaged? Is this the year they're going to get engaged? Like, well, no, it actually fizzled out. Whatever it is. Like, again, we're doing the Buffalo Bills hype thing. Like, there has to be a new spin to this. Yeah. To me, DeAndre Hopkins is a great addition. Kincaid's a rookie. I don't think he's what gets them over the top. You had DeAndre Hopkins. You can go to war with anybody in the AFC. I still think Buffalo makes sense.
The Buffalo Bills thing is fun, though. It's a change from the Chargers hype thing that we do.
We do that every year,
too. Go back and forth. Jason, tell us a rumor.
Yeah, when I hear Shrek say you're that significant other, and it's when are they going to get married? It took me and my wife 7 years. So it's a very daunting task as we're going to weddings and you don't yet have a ring on her finger. So that's a whole nother conversation that we can dive into. But interesting fact that you just said.
Let's go.
We might have to power wash that one, Jason.
I don't know if I'm going down that road. You just mentioned a lot of teams might have been out at the $27 million mark. And when we talked about Hopkins possibly getting traded, that probably was a thing that didn't allow it to happen. But now as a free agent, I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
For DeAndre Hopkins, he's a guy who has been, what you just said, one of the best players at his position throughout his career. You can look at any stat and find him there. Throughout his career, though, he's played in 6 playoff games. Only 2 of them he has won. And his last playoff game was in 2019. So you join a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a team that has weapons, but they don't have a guy where you have to possibly say, hey, him, Stephon Diggs, who's going to play second fiddle? How's that going to work out? You have 2 superstar wide receiver personalities. You join the Kansas City Chiefs, this is a team with Travis Kelce as the guy at tight end. But at the wide receiver position, there's weapons and there's speed all over the field. And you had a guy like DeAndre Hopkins who can be on the outside with Kelce getting the double teams and safeties possibly playing deep for MVS and guys like Sky Moore. Hopkins gets the chance one-on-one coverage to work underneath and do what he's best at. Third and short, being able to go to him and trust that, hey, one-on-one, this guy's going to be able to make a catch against anyone. So I look at that Super Bowl trophy, and I look for a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. This allows you to go to a team and chase that ring. But to your point, money-wise, who knows where he'll want to go and what he finds to be a comfortable situation.
He's won 2 playoff games. I believe one of them was against the Bills.
That was the last one he won in 2019.
That was a wild game. I'm going back to Buffalo, too. There's a term that goes around. It's called suit-up scenes. And it's in the Marvel universe and everywhere. Suit-up scenes where, like, Tony Stark will just be like, and it goes, and all these weapons just go all around. Batman has suit-up scenes. If you're really deep into it, like I know Peter is, Moon Knight has suit-up scenes. The Bills are doing a suit-up scene right now. They just need Josh Allen to stand there and just put his arms out, just weapon, like all over his body in armor, so as to take on the Chiefs and the Bengals. And you can't be too much. Like, there's Iron Man and there was War Machine. It's like, was the giant shoulder cannon entirely necessary to go with the wrist rockets? Probably not. but you put it on there anyway. I don't know if Von Miller was completely necessary last year coming off that division round game, but they did it anyway. I think it's the Bills. I really do think it's the Bills. Remember, they brought Odell into their building. They looked at him. They were interested in him because Bills fans were like, we got Gabe Davis. I love Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is Gabe Davis. He's great. We're looking for maybe something else. We haven't gotten it done with Gabe Davis. And let's not forget, they got a front row seat for the DeAndre Hopkins suit up. Bring it up. This is the biggest #1 moment of DeAndre Hopkins' career. And it is again into the teeth of the Buffalo defense. That's not this like weird replacement defense. That's Micah, that's Poyer, that's Trey. That's their quote-unquote big three in the secondary. And that was really, I don't know, I think it's the greatest moment for the Arizona Cardinals in maybe the last close to decade. And they did against the Bills. They have a front row seat for him suiting up. There's never going to be a scenario where you say, I think the Bills, I think they're drunk. They added too many people. They have too much talent around Josh Allen. Have you looked at the AFC? There's not such thing as that. Get them. You won't regret it. Sure, it's going to be maybe financially irresponsible. But Peter, what do we say these days? Just buy everything and worry about it later, right? You have to.
It's post-pandemic. That's what you do.
Just what you do. Just hoard the Purell and hoard the players and suit the hell up.
Don't you also feel like the way last year kind of fizzled out for them, and understandably so with what they were going through, and like,
yeah, that was weird.
Don't they need a new spin? Like, isn't there something? Isn't this?
They're just running. James Cook's going to be the feature back, Peter, and we might need more. We might need more.
Yeah.
Imagine though if he ends up going to the amount of time that the Bills take up on this show, right? That they're almost there. They're almost there. If tomorrow it comes out DeAndre Hopkins goes to the Bills, it's going to be, the segment's going to be like, oh, who's going to stop the Bills?
They'll probably lose to the Chiefs.
It does feel like there's so much talk recently about the Dolphins just loading up. It just feels like they continue to load up. I'm going to go the opposite side of that. So the Bills, the Chiefs, they're already right there. I'm going to go with the Browns and reunite him with his former quarterback, which I know has been a topic in the sense of you went out and spent how much money on Deshaun Watson? I mean, what is the pressure level there that team has to get into the postseason? And I think there's a little bit of a pass, or there should be, on Watson didn't play all of last year, and you didn't know what kind of Watson you were going to get. Well, you paid that money for Deshaun Watson not get him into the postseason. So what are we doing? I know there's a Amari Cooper there, but look at the last time these two were together. In 2018, 2019, only Matt Ryan and Julio Jones had more receiving yards. They were a behemoth together. I don't think Deshaun Watson was on his list when he listed up. But again, who doesn't want to go? If you ask any player, of course, I want to go to the team that's going to be the front runner to win the Super Bowl. But it's so funny how many players are going to say that, because obviously, yeah, you'd like to go get a ring, but when it comes down to the paycheck, like that somehow always seems to factor in a bit there. So I say reunite him with Deshaun. There is Amari Cooper there, but then there's Njoku is obviously significant for them. Donovan Peoples-Jones, but then there is a drop-off after that. So throw DeAndre Hopkins into that mix, reunite him with the guy that he was incredibly successful, his most success with, and get him back there.
Peter, any post-mortem on DeAndre, Arizona Cardinals? Is kind of just
no, but you know, it's interesting because I talk to Cliff all the time, and especially when this thing happened. And, you know, no one has a bad word to say about DeAndre Hopkins. There's no, like, the money was just too much. Like, it's not because he's not a great guy. It's not because he's you know, he doesn't serve as an example. They had this huge contract with him, and the Arizona Cardinals are a rebuilding team, so it just made no sense for him to be on that squad. They'll use that money elsewhere, and by doing it before June 1st, they kind of eat it now, and, well, let's just say next offseason should be interesting in Arizona.